Are you facing the dreaded SQLite error 14, saying unable to open database file? You're not alone. This can be a real headache, especially when you're trying to get your application up and running. I totally understand how frustrating it can be when everything seems to work perfectly one moment and then suddenly you're hit with an error. It can feel like you're stuck in a loop of confusion. But don't worry, we're going to figure this out together. Here's the situation we're diving into. A user recently reported that after deleting their database file and creating a new migration, they encountered the SQLite error 14. They were previously able to create the database without any issues. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing this error? SQLite error 14 typically indicates that the database file cannot be accessed. This could be due to incorrect file paths, permissions issues, or even the file being locked by another process. Let's break it down step by step. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that could save you from this error in the future. You won't want to miss it. To resolve the SQLite error 14, the user should first check the connection string in their application. This string specifies the path to the database file. Next, the user should verify that the application has the necessary permissions to access the directory where the database file is located. This is crucial for creating or opening the database. After confirming the permissions, the user should ensure that the database file does not already exist in the specified location. If it does, they may need to delete it manually before running the migration again. Now the user should run the migration command again to recreate the database. This can be done by calling the method to apply migrations in the application startup. Finally, if the issue persists, the user should check for any additional error messages in the console. These messages can provide further insight into what might be going wrong. Fun fact, SQLite is used in many popular applications, including web browsers and mobile apps. It's lightweight and efficient, but even the best can run into issues like this. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution from another user suggests replacing in process with out of process in your project file. This change may help resolve the database opening issue. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. An alternative solution from another user suggests that the issue may be related to the database file not being copied to the bin folder after migration. They recommend selecting the database file and changing its properties to Copy to Output directory set to Copy if newer. This should resolve the problem. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. One user faced a similar issue and found a solution by adjusting the configuration in their app settings JSON file. They moved the allowed host setting above the connection strings section. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution to the SQLite error 14 involves adding a helper class to your application. This class sets the current directory based on the application's physical path, which can resolve the database file access issue. To implement this, call the setCurrentDirectory method at the start of your program.cs file. This ensures the correct directory is set before any database operations are performed. This user tested this solution with an ASP.NET Core 2.2 Web API and EF Core SQLite using a connection string that points to a local database file. For more details, you can check the original post linked in the description. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests modifying your DB-context class. They recommend configuring the database path directly within the onConfiguring method. Here's that crucial tip I promised. Always ensure your database file path is relative to your project directory. This can prevent many path-related issues down the line. And there you have it. With these steps, you should be able to resolve the SQLite error 14 and get back to coding. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more troubleshooting tips, and remember to check out our other videos for more insights.